So in today's video, I want to talk about how the earth is a battlefield between demonic beings and angelic beings. Now, we all have neutral souls. Our soul isn't demonic, neither angelic, right? Because they are on a whole total different level. But we grant access and allow them to work with us depending on our energetic vibration. So you have the demonic beings trying to tempt you into doing things that'll harm your soul because their goal is to darken your soul so it could later grow into a demonic soul. And the angelic team is trying to enlighten your soul so it could later on grow into your angelic self, your higher self, the light being that we are meant to be. Now, how are they doing this? You might ask. Well, the demonic entities is simple, bro. They tempted us with food, they tempted us with entertainment, and they are doing these things that are damaging our soul inside. So we can watch certain things on TV that will traumatize us, that will put fear in us, that will trigger us and become negative. So now, monkey see, monkey do. We see all these negative things in the media and we follow and we do that because that's kind of in our nature to do so. And the more that we interact with those type of energies, the more easier it is for them to interact with us. So think of it like a game of tug of war or tug of rope, whatever it's called. You got the demon trying to pull your soul into their territory, and you got the angelic team trying to guide your soul to their territory. But ultimately, you're the one that decides which one you want to be a part of. You could either be a puppet for the dark entities, or you could be a helper, a teammate for the angelic entities. So, um, it's like it's not like you gonna see angels and demons fighting each other. It's more like the spread of energy. So you could have someone doing a negative action that is already sending forth negative energy. You could have someone speak negatively and that's already sending negative energy. You could have someone look at you a certain way and it's already sending negative energy. Like everything, every action we do has a certain energy tied between it. So you got people trying to spread hate and you got people trying to spread love. And once they collide, they're like, going against each other. So they trying to make us join their team by all these things that they have normalized in our lives and make us feel like that's the right way to live, such as indulging ourselves with substances in order to find our true happiness, such as exhausting our brain, soul, and body in order to get a piece of paper that allows us to buy stuff just to want more stuff, to go beat ourselves up more, to get more paper, just to repeat the cycle. And the other team is trying to help you slow down, take a break, get in tune with ourselves, and remember who we are, because we are powerful. We are nurturers and magicians. We are light beings. We can do things with energy that people say is impossible. We can either spread positivity or negativity. And since the spirit realm can't come down into our density and like physically manifest a body for themselves, they have to take over a certain body in order to spread their message. So let's say a demon goes into me, and now all of a sudden I am being negative to every single person I see, and I am doing all these negative things. For example, I am hurting others. I am physically, emotionally, and verbally hurting others and scarring them and damaging their soul, so their soul could turn from and feeding darkness into their soul, so their light soul could turn into dark, and then they start being the same way that I am being, and then all that energy just spreads out across the whole world until eventually it becomes a dark world. And you just see separation, disconnection, and aggravation all around this world. And now you have the angelic beings that are trying to what is it, trying to spread positivity, light, unity, and love. And the way that they do it is by, let's say an angelic being comes into my body, and now all of us, and then I start being nice to my neighbors. I start spreading love. I start making them feel good. I start spreading joy, and I start just bonding with them, bonding. My soul starts bonding with their soul, and we just start having a good time. Ain't no need for no negativity. So instead, I am spreading positivity. I am making them feel good. So that energy that I'm giving them, that's making them feel good, it will start spreading across the world and help everybody else brighten up the world in a sense. This earth that we're in is already under the control of the demonic spirits. You have group of people that are spreading a dark agenda to keep us in control. Now, they know that we have the power within us. They can't take away our power that is stored within us. Think of it like this: there's a treasure chest. That treasure chest is inside of your heart. If it's dark, you're not gonna be able to open that treasure chest. If it's light, you're gonna be able to open that treasure chest. The key to that treasure chest is your mind, the way you think. So if you think negativity, that you won't be able to open your heart because you got the wrong key. You won't be able to open the treasure chest. The treasure chest is your heart. Now, if you're a positive and you try opening that treasure, your heart, it's gonna open because that heart only opens up to positivity. It only wants to love. It doesn't want to hate. It doesn't want to damage. It wants to be positive. It wants to help and not damage. It wants to heal, not damage. So ultimately, it's like there are certain things that affect our energy. So think about, you are watching things on TV, on the news, about killing, murders, raping, all these things that damage us and make us feel bad. That is already dimming our light. It's making us feel bad. It's bringing us down from that energy of joyness and happiness into this energy of sadness and sorrow. So also another thing is like the way that they have us set up. You know, they strategically have everything set up so we are constantly under stress, under pain, under sorrow, you know? So what the angelic realm is really trying to teach you is that there is a way out, and that way out is within. So the demonic races make us think that we have to work for things in order to be happy, that we have to constantly be purging our mind, body, and soul to be happy. They promote all these ideas that striving for and trying to be the richest man on earth will bring you forth happiness. That going to parties, turning up, and messing around with with other people is happiness. You know, it might bring you happiness. It will bring you happiness momentarily, temporarily, but it's not eternal happiness. You know, it's momentarily happiness, temporary happiness. So the angelic side, it really teaches you to go within and find that eternal happiness, because that eternal happiness is within your heart. So the demonic races try to distract us, and they try to make us focus on everything else but us. They give us all these distractions, all these things to do, all these things to follow. So we're always busy focusing on everything but us. Now, the angelic side tries to bring that back and be like, all right, go within, tap in with that love. Remember that we are all one. Spread love to each other so this world could brighten up. Now, imagine this earth as a big black ball under the control of the demonic races. But angels are coming down, taking over people, reincarnating here to spread light. So now you have this big ball of darkness, and all of a sudden you see a light, a dot of light shining up that is getting rid of the darkness. And that message is getting spread. That lightness, someone else in the world can see it spreading. Now you got 2 points, now you got 3 points, and you know the majority of this time on this planet is been under darkness. But let me give you an example. When Jesus Christ came here, it was mostly all darkness, and when he came here, he was spread light, and he was like a source of light. And then, you know, it was only one. There was no social media back then. There was none of that. So his message didn't really get that far. Only affected a few people, let's say a few thousand people. When Buddha came around, he only affected a few thousand people as well. My bad. But now, their greatest weapon, the internet, social media, that distract us, that took away our real life and made us live inside our phones, inside the internet, basically gave us a different identity. We are now beginning to use it against them. It is easier for this positive message to reach anybody in the world. My message could get out there to someone in India, someone in Germany, someone in Africa. So now, instead of only affecting those around me, I'm able to spread a message across the world. And the more people that see this, the more people that think like me will be like, I'm not the only one thinking like this. There's other people out there thinking like this. And slowly we gonna wake more people up. And you know, they might have been under control for many years, but their time is up. Just like everything is cycles within this. It's just like the Atlantean period, the golden age of Atlantis. It was a positive era for the world. You know, they were connected spiritually, and they were living blissfully. You see all the great achievements that they had. Now, but that had to come to an end, which led to the downfall of Atlantis and gave rise to the kingdom of the Egyptians. Now, they were also tapped in spiritually, but they were more towards using the spirituality for their benefit, which we still see. You know, all the elites, all the hierarchy members, they all know about this spiritual thing. Don't be fooled. They know about all of this. Just because they tell us that this is not real and that we shouldn't be practicing it doesn't mean that they aren't doing it, because they are practicing this themselves. That's how they have control over us. So just how the Egyptians, it was only a certain group of people that had prosperity, while the other people worked for them, like a pyramid. The top benefits from the bottom. So that's how it currently is in this world still. And we see it, bro. We see how it is. And the people on top, they prosper while we work ourselves to stress and negativity. Well, I'm glad to say that that period is coming to an end, and we are transitioning into the beginning of another golden era. Now, it's not like this era will be instantaneously and all of a sudden, boom, we are prosperity and we are positive. No, it's a transition. It's not a change. So it's not going to change instantly. It's going to transition into it. We are slowly going like this. And I've been noticing this myself and also other spiritual people that I talk to, that there are more people getting interested in this spiritual thing, and they are starting to become more aware of what is really going on and are starting to get in tune with themselves once again. So the tide of this spiritual battlefield is slowly going in a different way. Is not now there's, let's say, 60% of darkness and there is 40% of lightness, and the energies are in our favor, the light favors. So we will continue to grow eventually till we eradicate all darkness, if not most of it, and bring forward positivity to this world again. And yeah, just be mindful of the things that you do, because everything holds energy, and you might think that something that you are saying is not harmful, but it could harm somebody else. Everything takes in energy, especially if you are being negative. Your environment becomes negative. Now your aura is negative. Now everywhere you go, you are being negative, and you are giving off this sense of negativity to your brothers and sisters. So we gotta become positive and try to take steps into tapping into our positive light. Instead of spreading darkness, we had to spread light in order to help the angelic side come and overthrow the demonic side. So yeah, that's basically all I wanted to say, and I hope someone found this video informative. And yeah, that'll be it, man. Y'all take care, stay protected, spread love, receive love, all that. We all brothers and sisters. We all one. Power.